reply to my text. Sorry, I sent it now.
Really? He'll get in touch.
Look, best of luck with everything, eh?
Yeah, if it even happens.
We're all behind you.
Got a visitor. Liam.
Do you have time for a coffee?
Oh, I'd love one, but
Money to make.
I'm so shallow.
Whatever you are, it works.
Did I mention you were amazing?
A few times.
Okay, I gotta go.
Pity me. I'll probably get another grilling at home.
About me.
Us. I can handle him.
A chest-beating father is so 20th century.
It's no biggie.
So why mention it? Seriously. An interfering dad is kind of a mood killer. We're doing so well.
He won't go anywhere near you.
Come on. Scenes in the streets are not my thing.
There won't be any.
I'd like us to be on speaking terms, at least.
I'm already late. You all right if I leave?
Depends on how this goes.
Us not fighting. Is that all you want?
For now. We can take things as slowly as you like.
Yeah, it could be so awkward for you if we weren't getting on. Having to explain over and over again who I am and why I'm giving you the cold shoulder. Is that what you want to avoid? Is that the real reason you're here? It's all about you.
I have no idea what to expect from this.
Well, what do you want from it?
I could ask the same of you.
Or you could try being honest. That'd be a new experience. You had me around that youth program so you could play some weird, creeping, Jesus, secret father figure.
What the hell was I supposed to do? I told you as soon as I felt I could. It was about damage limitation, which sounds like a bad joke now, I know. I thought about keeping it to myself. I even argued with Jer about it. She was right. Not telling you would have been cruel.
I'd have preferred not to know.
The fact is, you do know. What you do about it now affects the rest of your life. You have to work this out. Start now. Hello there.
Clear the air meeting.
I would be gone on 5. Well, off you go then. Only chancellors are invited. That means you, Vinny. Have you not to say?
Oh, plenty. Between you and me.
You can leave us, Sean.
I hope clear the air means things will actually change around here.
I have to say this, you've been absolutely useless is my point, man. But you should be all right. Once the bad influence is gone.
You can't kick me out.
I think you'll find I can. I spent last night doing a bit of research. So whatever speech you planned, you can forget about it. Because I'm not listening. You and your hangers-on are out of here. And there's no point in denying it, because I kept the evidence. Would you like me to go through this list of names again?
You're so clever. I'm totally outfoxed.
Fairness, it didn't take much.
Your so-called evidence is worthless. You illegally routed my bins.
Oh, it's perfectly legal to go through bins once they're out in the street. You can look that up.
Well, I'll tell my solicitor that you came into the house when I wasn't here. Some of my personal things were disturbed.
It's a false allegation that suddenly appears when you're shown the red card. Now, if Sean wants to stay here, he'll back me up. So, is that all you got?
Look, this is so not the conversation I wanted to have. Forget anything I said. I'm just afraid of being homeless.
It's not working.
I used to sleep rough. So did Michelle. But we're trying to get on with our lives. We're working full-time in food delivery, putting up with all sorts. We're not dossers.
You'll get your deposit back. Pack and go.
What if I was able to make some additional payments? Above the rent? In cash between us?
I'm not after a grubby bribe here. You have 1 week's notice, and that's more than generous. And I'll be visiting every day to make sure there's an orderly vacating.
Are we gone?
You're my blood father. Don't feel it. Should mean more.
Still very soon. Maybe in time.
You've had plenty. What does it mean to you?
I see some of me in you. Determination. Finding a job that needs doing and getting it done. Temper, of course. But I've spent years learning how to keep mine in check.
I'm strong-willed with a temper. Could be describing Ger.
Don't be so hard now.
So how else would you describe me?
I hardly know you.
Or me, you? Dad reckons we should try.
That has to be your decision. Is it what you want?
Think so.
Hey. Things okay?
Not really.
Look, I'm sorry if I caused it. Maybe if I hadn't have told you about our online profile.
I'm grateful that you did.
It was just something I could do. I mean, I tried talking to her, but...
Are they sleeping together? So it's not just a once-off, then?
It'll fizzle out faster if you don't charge in.
He's getting his hooks into her.
That attitude is some of the problem, Mondo. You need to stop thinking of Julia as this lost little kid. You know?
What can I do?
You should be having this conversation with her.
And say what?
She's not here.
I know she is. I'll wait here as long as I have to.
Who's at the door?
Guess.
Let him in.
He can't stay away. What's he playing at? Coming round here for cosy little get-togethers. Are you talking cracked? The way you're dancing round each other again. You're not fooling me.
What are you accusing me of?
Well, maybe it isn't you. It might just be him.
I'm not going away. Open the door.
Tell him you'll meet him at the centre, in public. Set the boundary.
Hayley is willing to let me into her life.
I'm delighted for you both. I'm sorry about Nora. She thinks you're on the prowl.
This is not who I want to be. I wasn't prepared for Hayley to be so open. I can't decide if getting close to her is the right thing for either of us. What I am certain about is I want to be around you.
I'm good enough for you now. We did what we did, and afterwards you were too ashamed to even look at me.
Guilty, I broke my vows. I need to be near you, and I can't be. I think about that time we had together every time I see you. Sometimes it's all I can think about.
So what do we do?
What we don't do is run around having furtive get-togethers. If I'm to try to work things with Hayley, I can only do it by being honest. I take being a priest seriously. It's who I am. But I'll walk away from it for you. I want to be with you, Carol. All the time. For better or worse.
When did you decide that being with me was more important than your collar?
It's been there all along. But I tried to ignore it. Get on and keep busy. I was good at fooling myself that a priest's life was what I still wanted.
But then you'd see me, and all your willpower would suddenly evaporate.
Don't mock me.
It's a bit sudden. Give me a minute.
Let's do this, Carol. Take the leap.
You want me to decide for you?
For yourself.
I'm not going to ask you to throw away your vocation.
Just tell me where you stand. I know how I feel.
How would I know after how you treated me? Hot and cold, and now you're backing me into a corner.
I don't mean to. I know we can do this.
What you gave up would always be hanging there, waiting to come between us.
This isn't a whim. Or some off-the-cuff decision.
Until you have second thoughts.
I won't.
The moment you regret this is when you start blaming me. The answer is no. I'm not taking your ultimatum.
I didn't think that's what it was.
You can't deal with Hayley unless me and you are out in public holding hands. You can't do that unless you leave the priesthood. Unless I tell you to. No.
Then we stop this. You and I. We stay away from each other.
So what about Hayley?
I don't know.
Sean, you're supposed to be my eyes and ears.
That's not the deal.
Ask yourself, where else are you going to get such a handy place at such a low rent?
I am not spying on my housemates.
Well, choose them a bit better then.
Do you not think you might be going a bit over the top? You'd swear you were the caretaker of an apartment block. You'd have them all under surveillance.
I am trying to keep a semblance of order and doing a good job, if I say so myself.
Well, you could stop all the headaches and sell it. Current tenants unaffected.
Well, I'm sure the sale will do wonders for your bank balance. But I happen to like this.
I prefer Pete as a landlord.
Then work things out, for goodness sake.
Now, I have very photogenic professionals booked.
You should tell Ray. He's edging to be involved.
Well, maybe you could let him work behind the camera. He likes spending time with you.
Not while I'm working. I can't have Ray treating me like little Juliet.
Like I do.
You probably don't mean to.
Look, when I first started going out with your mum, everyone was against us. And I swore I'd never be that type of dad to you.
I'm sorry we didn't have this conversation before.
I don't look at you as a child. And I'll still always be protective. You wouldn't respect me if I didn't call things as I see them.
That depends.
I'm not against social media or internet dating. I know that's the way things are now. I just want you to experience dating real people in the real world. You don't need to be using websites. There's lots of dodgy men on their keyboards.
You don't even know James.
I know he trawls the internet looking to hook up.
That's it. You've had your chance.
I'm worried about you.
Don't be.
If I can't understand this whole thing, don't pretend that you do. This is something that you got into. Maybe you thought it was glam or it was what other influencers were advising.
James and I clicked. We work. I know exactly what I'm doing.
I really wish that was true. I hardly ever lay down the law with you. I want you to go with my judgment on this.
Stop seeing him. So predictable.
And delete your profile.
Or what, you're gonna stop giving me pocket money? Go back to your cave, you're a Neanderthal.
Did he tell you to say that? Prepare your smart-mouthed answer to shut the nosy dad up? Or did you both come up with that together?
You can't make me do anything.
You are grounded. No, you're not going anywhere till you get sense. I don't care how long it takes.
Or
you can get out of my apartment. Permanently.
When Liam first told Hayley, I was afraid of what it might do to her. Well, I needn't have worried.
How's she been?
Well, they're starting to get on. Slowly. Next step, building bridges with Ger.
Hey. Best of luck with Liam. Suppose he deserves a chance. One wrong foot, though. That's it. At least you have your family. That sounds pessimistic. Not at all. Big changes. Be cautious. Yeah. Maybe that's the advice he should be getting. Hope he knows what he's taking on.
Okay. So. I look away, and in return you pay above the rent. That's the offer you made.
Still on the table?
In cash. More straightforward than going through the bank.
Can slip you 50 a week on the QT.
€120 per house guest.
It's pretty steep.
I'm not negotiating here.
All right. If you're not around, I'll drop it into the salon.
Dolores is enough to be doing. You deal with me. Things continue as they are. I know nothing about it, and you can keep playing your game of making a fool of peace.
And what about Sean?
Oh, you're well capable of handling Sean.
I'm so sorry. I can't do this, Hayley.
What are you saying?
I'm leaving here tonight. I won't be back.
Do I at least get a why?
It's not something I can explain.
Well, what was today about? Why even me? You could have said no. Instead of treating me like some fool you can manipulate, that was your game all along. First, you hit me with your big secret. What, you expect me to fall apart? Father Liam can pick up the pieces, yeah, his one trick.
You're so wrong.
Then playing with my head. I see a lot of me in you, and now this? What, do you expect me to break down crying? Because that's all you can deal with. Broken people and lost sheep. I'll go pretend you're a hero with them. I see right through you.
I wish things could be different.
You know, you nearly had me falling for it.
There are other things going on outside of all this.
Then run. Find somewhere you don't have a love child to embarrass you. Or cramp your style. Get out!
Goodbye, Hayley.
I'm not hassling you, but have you packed yet?
Yes, boss. Right away, boss.
And your boyfriend isn't crashing here tonight. You have till tomorrow.
Did you see Vin? Marshall Mustache is in town.
I want to start showing the room.
Do?
I need to find a new tenant ASAP, so I'm not down on next month's rent.
You won't be. You already have a tenant. Me.
If Pete wants you gone, you're gone. Yeah. It's pointless trying to fight it.
Ah, you missed the latest news headline. Pete wants me to stay. I'd say he's even happy about it. Ring him if you don't believe me. I convinced him it'd be a crime to break up such a happy home.
All good here? Oh, we had a bit of an argument, but nothing to bother you about. Actually, I did threaten to kick her out for not tidying up after herself. Yeah, I know, I'm a bit of an idiot, but that's what I'm like when you're not around. Juliet is well used to my nonsense. She knows I don't mean it. Melanie, I have to go. I'll call you again. Juliet, please, don't.
Where's Dal?
Some candid dinner somewhere with Matt.
Liam's gone. Skipped town.
I knew he was a total scumbag. Did he say why?
He can't live here, whatever that means. Couldn't handle being around me.
Did he say that?
I don't like the lads see me like this. I shouldn't care. But I do.
He just turned his back. Did he at least say he'd stay in touch?
Keep me dangling, you mean? No, he doesn't get to do that. You know, we had this big, long face-to-face earlier, and I laid things out. I got stuff said, and I thought he was understanding me. You know, he sat there as if he knew what was going on for me. I admitted I want him in my life. It was huge. He knew that.
If he didn't have the guts to give it a go, maybe it's better he walked away.
So I'm trying to tell myself.
It'd have been worse if the whole father-daughter thing had gone on for a while before he bailed. Imagine how you'd feel then.
Exactly like I feel now. How could he do this to me?